Listen, bases loaded, bottom of the ninth. Somebody said, thanks for the video. It opened up my eyes. Lord definitely motivated you to make this video because I was pondering on this topic before watching low key complaining. Now, when it comes to dating is a waste of time. Nobody's going to tell you this, but dating is a waste of time for serious men. Now, if you're not a serious man, dating is fun. Whoever scores, go 31 flavors. And I'm gonna say this again, whoever scores, 31 flavors. 31 flavors. But they're still wasting their time. Year after year, as time flies, these guys are wasting their time. A serious man will say, I'm not gonna date until I have a house, until I have land, until I have property. It's simple. How can you address a woman without property? People don't want to think like that. So what happens is you have a lot of people that want to use people in life. So the real reason a lot of people never elevate is not because the color of their skin, it's because they want to use people. Now, think about men that go down to Central and South America. They don't speak Spanish, they don't speak Portuguese, but they have an opinion about the woman. How can you have an opinion about women and you can't even communicate with them? Like, let's be serious. I understand, Central America, South America, you have a mixture. I think mixing is great. People get mad at me when I say it, but I don't care. I think mixing is great. Listen, there was a phrase growing up and it went like this: opposites attract. So at the end of the day, I think mixing is great. And for one thing Austin Holloman is not mentioning is, why do the darker skinned women or darker complexion, why do they want white men? Because they live there. That's what these content creators fail to mention. They do not own property in these countries. They don't live there. They just want to go through and they want to date, but they don't live there. How can a melanated Brazilian woman take you serious if you don't live there? How can a melanated Brazilian woman take you serious if you don't have property? You want to smash, potentially knock this woman up, but you're going to leave her in the streets with the baby. That's the problem. Everybody wants to procreate. No, take it back from the top. Everybody wants to date and skate and escape. That is it. You feel me? They want to date, skate, and escape. Do it again with another girl, another country. Let me tell you guys something. You can love a woman without being intimate with her. Now, that's a huge gem. If that went over a lot of guys' head, it's okay. I'm going to bring that back. You could actually love a woman without being intimate with her. A lot of people that experience hurt, they cannot imagine loving a woman without penetrating her. They can't imagine loving a woman without humping a woman like a dog. They can't imagine that, because what happens is all people know that are hurt is if this person gives me something to take the stress away. A lot of people use sex as a stress reliever. If you're going to South and Central America and you can't speak the language, it can be very stressful. So the only thing that's going to make you feel good when you go to Brazil, or if you go to just say whatever country you go to, sex, because it's going to help you to relieve stress because you don't speak the language. When it's all said and done, I mean, people want to talk about, white men getting the woman. Now, let's talk about this. It's very important. When women see guys that are white in the Matrix, that are men, but just happy to be white, they see survival. They don't see skin color. They see survival. They say these group of men have resources. And at the end of the day, some people take it personal. I always say, don't get bitter, get better. Because at the end of the day, if they are looking at, a certain group of men, and these guys are not billionaires, they just probably got a couple million, but they're established. My question is, why not get established just like them, or as close as you can get established, and then you'll realize you can get the same thing they get. But what happened is people start crying before the jackpot. They start crying before the abundance. And what some people do is they realize we can actually profit and capitalize off of people hurt and pain. I don't want to do that. When it's all said and done, I want to see men be victorious. And I feel life is all about your first person view. So just say you go to Brazil and you can't speak Portuguese. Your first person view is not real. Just say you go to Santo Domingo and you can't understand Dominican Spanish. Your first person view is not real. You don't speak the language. If you go to Poland and you don't speak the language, your view is not real. That's why, honestly, shout out to everybody that can speak multiple languages. Unless you can speak multiple languages and you start going to countries where the language change, when it's all said and done, you're weeded. You are literally weeded out. How can you speak and you don't even know the language? How can you even speak on society or be a part of society? You don't speak the language. You're not a celebrity. You're not going to have a translator. When it's all said and done, traveling to a country and you can't speak the language, it sucks. It sucks. I mean, it's cool your first couple times. Yeah, I get it. But when it's all said and done, when it comes to serious conversations, you can't have a serious conversation with a woman, but you want to get inside of her guts. What? It doesn't make sense. And that's the problem with life. A lot of people, they keep on fighting an unnecessary battle. Do not go through South and Central America if you are not established, because when it's all said and done, women are only going to take you serious if you actually live there. And when you live there, women are going to take you serious when they see, wow, he's from America, but he's not like the other Americans. A lot of these guys, they go trying to flex on the local women. Doesn't matter if it's DR, Brazil, Costa Rica, but they don't realize when the other guys come down, it doesn't even matter if they're white. I'm talking about when the Arabs come down. These guys are coming down and they're in private villas. They're not pinching pennies. A lot of the guys, what they're doing is they're trying to date and they're not established. I think that's what makes a lot of men bitter and actually have some type of feeling and resentment towards women, because they try to date and they're not established. A woman is nice. They're lovely. They'll date you. They might give you some cookies. But at the end of the day, long term, they're going to realize it's not going anywhere. And it's not. It wasn't going anywhere from the start. But men are filled with pride. They're prideful people. And when it's all said and done, a prideful person, you cannot talk to a prideful person. A man that is not established, he is prideful just to say, well, he had to spend this. I don't have to do that. Well, of course you don't have to do that. You're leeching off of your family members. You could afford to date and skate because you don't pay bills. So at the end of the day, life is simple. As a man, get the property first. Get the land first. Better yet, get the minivan first. Get this setup right before you go in a woman's face, and then it's going to be a different type of calm. She will feel relaxed around you. She will trust you because you already built everything from the ground up. Build it, and then they will come. And I'm going to say this again, build it first, and then they will come. And for everybody who likes to travel, get serious about the language of where you want to set up shop. Right now, I don't know where I want to set up shop. So me not learning a language, I'm cool with that because I don't really know where I want to set up shop. I might say Brazil, then I might go to Norway, and I might want to set up shop in Norway. I don't know. But if I live in Norway, I will hire a tutor and learn the language. American men, they're jokes, because what happens is they have seen people cry their whole entire lives and make an impact. MLK was crying. I have a dream. And then he saw the beam. He was crying. Malcolm X, all these guys were crying, and they all went out the same way. They're all crying. So what happens is people see people that cry and actually become successful crying. That's why a lot of people continue to cry. Tariq Nasheed, I would have been more successful if it wasn't for white supremacy. Mr. Organic, I would have been successful on YouTube if I was white like Jake Paul. They're going to find 1,000 excuses why they never leveled up. They're going to find 1,000,000 excuses why they never stepped their game up. You got to step your game up. It's simple. If you step your game up, trust me, your first person view will change. But no, guys want what they want and they want it now. They're addicts. And the best thing that guys could do, I could say, is literally step by step, day by day, ease off of the catnip. And I'm going to say this again, step by step, day by day, ease off of the catnip and watch your life turn around. Let it breathe.